Good evening, everyone. Please rise for the Star-Spangled Banner. Good evening, Board of Education, Superintendent Michael Burke, Principal Melinda Fulchetti, faculty, staff, families, and of course, the class of 2026. I would now like to welcome salutatorian Julian Russo.
Good evening, friends, family, faculty, esteemed guests, and most importantly, the class of 2026. How can I even begin to summarize over a decade's worth of successes, memories, and connections in just a 5-minute speech? When I took some time to figure out how to do this, I eventually realized that it would be pretty much impossible in such a short time. The multi-talented nature of our class is to blame for this problem. For a class of just about 100 students, we have consistently been extremely successful in every way a high school class can be. I will try to do our class justice in the short time that I have, so everyone can understand just how special our grade really is. I moved to Mamaroneck near the end of the first grade. That sunny April day was one of the most nerve-wracking days of my life. I walked into my new classroom surrounded by kids I had never seen before. But immediately, I could tell that these new classmates were nothing to worry about. Even though they had been in class all year together, they were super accepting of me and made me feel so welcome. There was a togetherness that's hard to explain, and today, 10 years later, I still feel it. I think this togetherness is due in large part to our relatively small class size. The fact that it's been basically the same 100 kids for our entire childhood has led to a camaraderie that's hard to quantify. I don't think this closeness of our grade is solely due to the class size, however. I think it's also the types of people in our class. Our grade is full of kind, friendly people with diverse talents and interests. Walking between classes, it was almost guaranteed that someone would say hi or stop to have a conversation with you. I think this quality, this friendliness, was underappreciated by me in these moments, but looking back, I see it as such an important factor in my enjoyment of high school. But not only was our class always tight-knit, it was also super talented and successful. I mean, you can take one look at all of our college commitments and tell how crazy smart everybody is. Every time I saw a new commitment post, I was so excited for us. But college acceptances don't show the full story. We have also had extremely successful academic clubs in all different areas, like medicine in the HOSA Club, Science and Science Olympiad, and debate with the mock trial team. All of these clubs have enjoyed substantial success in competitions, with kids from our class coming home with medals and victories every year. And I know it doesn't mean much coming from a salutatorian, but in my opinion, although academics are a big part of high school, there are much more important things. I mean, how much does getting a good grade on a test actually impact others? The answer is pretty much not at all. Volunteering, on the other hand, has a direct impact on the lives of others, and is something that everybody in this class impressed me all the time with. Some students in our class started a new program this year called Panthers with a Purpose, where for one day of school, 2 school buses full of kids were shipped out all around Westchester to do volunteer work. I made care packages for struggling parents, while others played bingo at a retirement home or made food for people in need. This example demonstrates how committed to community service our grade is. But many students did countless hours of service outside of this program. Most kids I knew blew past the required 40 hours of service years before graduation. Our class is also filled with some of the most talented artists, musicians, actors, and athletes I've ever seen. Throughout all of our years at RNHC, our grade has made significant contributions to the success of our arts and athletics programs. The amazing production of the prom and the dominant performance in Battle of the Bands on Junior Senior Day are just some of the many examples of our grades elevating the standard of RNHC arts. In athletics, our sports teams have consistently performed exceptionally well. I've known we had a special athletic class since my 8th grade year, when the modified soccer team full of kids from our grade dominated, losing just 1 game. This success continued, not only in soccer, with just this year having league titles in soccer, tennis, and baseball, along with a section final appearance for field hockey and a section title win for tennis. But through all of this success, one thing has remained constant: our class's camaraderie. When I was in freshman year of high school, I had a shoulder injury that eventually led to 3 years of surgery and recovery. One of the only reasons I was able to get through this pain was the constant kindness that everybody in this school, especially the kids in our grade, showed to me. For example, the week after I got injured, a bunch of my friends made me a huge get well basket filled with snacks. Some of my friends also carried my backpack between classes for months. But it wasn't only my close friends. It was also everyone in the school who would ask me how I was doing or offer their help. A strong community is one of the most helpful and important things to have, and I'm so grateful for the community that each of you helped build at RNHC. And I hope that all of you here find a community as strong as this one wherever you go next. And when you all think back on your time as a member of RNHC's class of 2026, I want you to not only remember the wide breadth of successes and talents of our class, but also the amazing types of people that made this truly special class of individuals. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Julian. Members of the Board of Education, parents, friends, and families, I join you in congratulating the RNHC class of 2026. It's been an honor to learn about the RNHC school and community alongside this class in your final year in our district. There's a bond that is still shared between my first group of students that I ever taught almost 30 years ago, and I suspect our connection will be the same. It's been a pleasure to learn about each of you, watch your stunning performances on the stage, the field, the court, and in the classroom. It was incredibly insightful to meet with each of you and hear your summative thoughts during exit interviews. I'm fully confident you are ready to graduate with the skills and resilience to succeed in the world. Be confident, be proud. My first speech to a graduating class centered on the greatest force on earth, which is time. One of the most popular songs when I was in college was by Hootie and the Blowfish in 1995. That was simply entitled Time. My favorite line from that song are the following. Time is wasting, time is walking, time you ain't no friend of mine. I don't know where I'm going, I think I'm out of my mind, thinking about time. It does state the truth. Time is not our friend. It's the most powerful force that just keeps going. I'm sure all your parents and family members can reminisce back to their high school graduation like we are at tonight. Now you think that's decades ago, but to all of us it feels like yesterday. And sure, we didn't know where we were going at the time, but we got here, and today is glorious. Don't worry, class of 2026, you'll do the same. But the refrain from that song is, the past is come and gone, the future's far away, and now only lasts for 1 second, 1 second. Let's think back to when you started your time here in RNHC as a kindergarten student just 13 years ago. How much has life changed? Well, in 2013, when you were in kindergarten, Netflix just started. The word selfie was officially added to the Oxford Dictionary. NASA's Curiosity rover found evidence that an ancient stream or lake could have supported microbial life on Mars. We celebrated the 50th anniversary of the March on Washington and Martin Luther King's iconic I Have a Dream speech. At 64 years old, Diana Nyad became the first person to swim from Cuba to Florida without a shark cage, stepping ashore in Key West 53 hours after hitting the water in Havana. A stamp was just 46 cents. Mobile phones overtook personal computers as the most common device for accessing the web, and wearable technology such as Apple Watches just debuted. Embrace all of those changes and embrace the unstoppable force of time. My second thought to you, it's the same advice I always give my 2 children. The greatest compliment someone can ever give you is that you are real, you are genuine. Be unapologetically yourself. Some people love painting, others love singing, dancing, sports, or even factoring quadratic equations. Okay, that's my former math teacher talking. I had to slide that in there, sorry. But the thing that will inspire others is you being yourself. Dr. Sally Kornbluth, president of MIT, recently told her graduating class that writing is thinking. By remembering to write, you remember to think. And by always thinking, you will stay true to who you are and be genuine. And that genuineness and strong sense of self is the foundation for your future accomplishments. It's been a joy to walk your last Rhineck year right alongside you. Time is wasting, time is walking. You may not know where you're going, but I can assure you it will be great. Just make sure you come back and tell us about it. Congratulations to the class of 2026 on one of life's most memorable accomplishments.
I just want to say phenomenal job, Superintendent Burke. And I really would like to thank you on behalf of the class of 2026 just for being such an integral part of our community this year. Even though it was your first year, I don't know if you really realize it, but all those times you went out of your way to show up to sporting events or any other occasions and to help building relationships with us students, we really appreciate it. So thank you so much. I just want to add to that something very important is the way that you connect with people and get along with others is such an amazing reflection of the strong sense of community at Rhineck. So thank you. Next up, the class of 2026 would like to welcome Connor Sexton, graduate of Rhineck's class of 2016, to deliver our commencement address. As a student, sorry. Just a little something to say about him. As a student at Rhineck, Connor was a member of the Student Senate and the track and field team all 4 years, earning the Rhineck Old Timers Award. Connor was also a member of the Independent Learners Program, where he enjoyed being given the space to creatively express ideas and learn about entrepreneurship. Connor earned a bachelor's degree in anthropology and data science from Wesleyan University, where he went Division III cross country and track and field. Professionally, he is deeply interested in quantitative methods in the social sciences, as well as data science and applied human subjects research. Currently, he is a quantitative user experience researcher on the Google Maps UX research team. Connor spends much of his time outside of work running and following track and field. He has run a few marathons, most recently the New York City Marathon in 2025, and frequently participates in road races across New York City. He also enjoys ceramics with his girlfriend Karina, and they live together in Brooklyn. Shout out Karina. Connor credits his time at Rhineck with helping him develop the skills for collaboration, the fortitude for going the long haul, and the need for understanding the human element in a technological world. Please welcome Connor Sexton.
Thank you, Thomas, for the kind introduction. Good afternoon, everyone. First off, congratulations to the class of 2026. And congratulations as well to the parents, families, friends, and teachers who have supported you, encouraged you, and occasionally had to put up with you over the past 4 years. Thank you, Ms. Fulchetti, Mr. Burke, the Rhineck faculty, and the Board of Education for inviting me here today. I can't express how much it means to have the opportunity to represent Rhineck's class of 2016 and reflect on some of the lessons I've learned over the past 10 years. When I got the call from my high school English teacher, Ms. Fulchetti, I was excited to hear from her and even more excited to learn that she had become Rhineck High School's principal. Preparing for today really gave me a chance to think back and reflect on my time as a Rhineck student. Even though it's been 10 years, in some ways it really does feel like just yesterday that I was hanging out in the senior lounge, sneaking out for some Anthony's or garden catering during lunch, running around this track after classes, and maybe it's because my family still lives about half a mile down the road, or maybe it's because I've been fortunate enough to have so many people from this community still in my life. One thing I've come to appreciate since graduating is just how unique Rhineck really is. When you're a student here, it's easy to take for granted. It feels completely normal growing up alongside the same group of kids for more than a decade, knowing practically everyone in your graduating class, getting to spend a few weeks of your senior year renovating trails over at the marshlands. But it isn't until you leave that you realize just how unique this community is. And that's what makes Rhinebeck so special. It's more than a school, it's a community. It's a place where you can come back 10 years later and still be surrounded by the teachers, friends, and families who help shape who you are. Now, many of you will head in very different directions next year. Different colleges, jobs, cities, adventures, and you'll become members of many communities. But wherever you end up, you'll always have the Rhinebeck community to come home to. And that's something I've really appreciated after leaving Rhinebeck and still appreciate to this day. Treasure your community. When I think back to 10 years ago, sitting where you are right now, I can remember feeling excited, nervous, overwhelmed, and strangely certain. I felt like I knew what the next few years of my life would look like. And it's natural to feel pressure to have your goals and next steps planned out, especially when sometimes it feels like everyone around you knows exactly what they want to do. To have some bit of certainty that you can anchor on and to give you some direction. Now, I was certain that I would go off to Wesleyan, complete on their cross-country and track and field team for a full 4 years, graduated with a degree in economics or political science, and get a job in business consulting. Honestly, I didn't even really know what a business consultant did. Actually, I still don't. Well, the next few years looked a bit different from what I had imagined. I did end up going to Wesleyan. I ran track and cross-country for only 2 years. I graduated with a degree in anthropology, a subject I knew nothing about before Wesleyan. And now I work in quantitative user experience research, a field I hadn't even heard of 3 years ago. Upon taking my first class, my first semester at Wesleyan, I realized I just wasn't interested in econ. So I took psychology, drawing, philosophy, environmental science, anthropology. After struggling with injuries throughout my sophomore year, I decided to hang up my shoes. I used the newfound free time to lean into data science as a teaching assistant and work part-time in a research lab. The path we take is rarely straight, but it comes with its twists and turns, successes and setbacks, precarity and stability. Move forward, not straight. And I share all this because the best experiences, friends, and opportunities in my life didn't come from following the plan I felt so certain about 10 years ago. They came from being willing to step away from it. I didn't discover anthropology because it was the obvious choice, or even a particularly popular one. In fact, there were only about 25 anthropology majors in my year at Wesleyan. I discovered it because I decided to take a class that sounded interesting. I got into data science because an unexpected change gave me the opportunity to explore a new interest. And I certainly didn't end up in my career today because I had it all figured out. Looking back, curiosity turned out to be far more valuable than certainty. So if there's one thing I'd leave you with today, it's this. Have a plan, goals are important, but don't become so attached to the path you've imagined for yourself that you miss opportunities you never expected. Take classes outside of your major. Talk to people with different interests than your own. Apply for things you're not so sure you're qualified for. Ask questions. Embrace stepping outside of your comfort zone and be willing to change your mind. The next 4 years or 10 years probably won't look exactly the way you think they will today, and that's not something to fear. Some of the best things that will happen to you will come from opportunities, interests, and relationships that you just can't see yet. Be open to the world. Congratulations, class of 2026. Enjoy this moment, stay curious, and don't be afraid to explore paths that weren't part of your original plan. Thank you.
Connor, thank you very much. Please accept this plaque as a token of our appreciation for your words of wisdom. Ooh, nice big plaque right here. There you go.
Good evening, Superintendent Burke, Principal Fochetti, Board of Education trustees, Rhinebeck administration and staff, honored family members, guests, and especially the Rhinebeck High School class of 2026. First, I'd like to wish the entire senior class good luck in your future endeavors and to personally say goodbye to one of my favorite classes of my entire career. Congratulations to you all. This year marks the 34th year that the Rhinebeck Teachers Association presents the Rhinebeck Memorial Scholarship Award to a deserving member of the senior class. When selecting a student for this award, the Rhinebeck teachers look for a senior student who exhibits determination, motivation, responsibility, leadership, and dedication to academic excellence. In addition, we look at the individual candidate and how they thrive within the Rhinebeck district and community. This year's recipient has been described as one who has made an incredible growth both academically and socially, especially throughout his years in Rhinebeck High School. From his freshman intake, where our recipient was shy and finding his place within the student body, to his transformation into a National Honor Society member and accomplished member of the Rhinebeck Theater program, this student has provided his counselors and teachers with inspiration and admiration. Our recipient found his niche in the theater program, performing in 2 supporting roles in The Outsiders and The Great Gatsby. He had 2 feature roles in Grease and The Beauty and the Beast, 2 ensemble roles, and finally a lead role in the production of The Crucible. As this student became bitten by the acting bug, he went on to receive accolades for his work, including the Roger Rees New Faces Honors for Excellence in Acting, ESAG Best Supporting Actor in a Drama, and ESAG Honorable Mention for Best Actor in a Drama. He sought out additional opportunities at SUNY Purchase, Acting on Camera Boot Camp, Acting Intensive at the Barrow Group, and a summer master class at MTCA. The passion that acting has created within this student has led to academic growth as well as the ability to connect and build friendships and trust among his peers, teachers, and counselors. This student hopes to take his talent, motivation, love of acting, and sense of community and responsibility to the next level in the fall. On behalf of the Rhinebeck staff, it is my great pleasure to announce our 2026 winner of the Rhinebeck Memorial Scholarship Award, Mr. Paul J., otherwise known as PJ Cravino. PJ, please come up and get your award. PJ!
Good evening, honored guests, teachers, parents, and fellow graduates. As I look out at our sea of graduates and I stand here as your representative, we appear undeniably identical. We uniformly filed into the center of the field. We are all wearing the same gowns, the same caps, and the same tassels. But underneath these robes, we are all individuals that have paved their own paths to get here today. As individuals, we have our own stories and unique destinies. Yet it is our childhood and our distinct memories from our childhoods that tie us together. In fact, those passions and activities, like crafts and playdates that we experienced during our childhoods, are the building blocks that set the foundation for our life. At 6, we fashioned friendship bracelets made of colorful plastic beads. The final configuration of a single wristlet was a trial of one's juxtapositional respectability. Given 4 different beads, it was our task to create the bracelet, the most fashion-forward bangle with a seemingly faultless ratio of blue to red and pink to yellow. In high school, This intrigue found me again. Yet, in place of multicolored regalia, I conquered strands of information, packed full with a genetic code curiously comparable to my plastic rounds. Instead of the perfect ratio of 4 beads, I occupied myself with the intricate realities of the bases of life, A, T, G, and C, within the body's DNA, first presented to me while studying the fur color of mice. I was amazed at how mice, like humans, could be so similar in their code, yet different in their manifestation. Pondering these childhood crafts and adolescent obsessions, we see the undeniable patterns that rule our world. Whereas I may ceaselessly harp on the biological mind melt of arranged genetic strands, another may engross themselves in the complexities of Taylor and Maclaurin series, or the scattered yet deliberate arrangements of alliteration in their favorite piece of literature. The distinct ways in which we build our lives and explore our passions are the patterns that make our mark on the world distinct and irreplicable. With every new interest and each new goal, we lengthen the time in which we keep ourselves and the world fresh. In other words, with each new bead that we thread across our string called life, we actualize our existence through a curated understanding of our own configuration. As we navigate life, the sense of this metaphorical bracelet will reveal its value. Invisible, and thus removed from fears of outward judgment or opinion, it spells out our life in the same uninhibited way a 6-year-old's mixture of plastic beads reflects the true nature of their soul. Before I lose myself even more in the complicated metaphor of it all, I'd like to thank all of those who, throughout the years, have encouraged us time and time again to build our bracelets to the beat of our own drum. Thank you to our families, our parents, brothers, sisters, grandparents, caregivers, who have allowed us to discover our own configurations, no matter how awkward the process may be at first. Thank you to our teachers, who have guided our understanding to craft us into civically minded individuals capable of understanding the world and using our intellect to better it. And to our friends, thank you for being continuous inspirations to live loudly and to live freely. A child doesn't care if their plastic beads match perfectly. They care that it feels true to them. That is the mindset we need to apply to our future. In days, months, and years to come, the world will demand things from us. It will try to hand us a standard template for success, with pre-made patterns and standard colors. It will tell us to prioritize efficiency over imagination. Reject it. Look back at your invisible bracelet. Keep asking questions, keep experimenting, and never lose the ability to marvel at the world. Congratulations, class of 2026. We did it!
So we're the class officers for the class of 2026, and we're here to present the class gift. So for this year's class gift, my fellow officers and I wanted to honor the compassion and generosity that have come to define the class of 2026. With that in mind, we choose to split our donation equally between 2 foundations that hold a special place in our hearts. The first foundation will be the JCK Foundation. I believe that clap started over here, and there's good reason for it. The JCK Foundation has been coming to meet with us since middle school, and they have had a really big impact on our whole class, as well as the whole school. So we want to just, I guess I'll give a little blurb to describe them. They were established by John Tessitore in honor of his close friend and mentor, John Cleaver Kelly, who tragically passed away at age 24 after battling OCD. JCK is dedicated to promoting youth mental wellness, reducing stigma, and preventing social isolation. And I can definitely say they have really helped preventing social isolation and reducing the stigma at RNHS. So we thank you for that. The other half of our donation will be going to the St. Michael's Angels Foundation. Founded by the Maffei family in loving memory of their son Michael, a Rhinebeck middle school student who passed away last year following a courageous battle with pediatric cancer. The foundation provides financial assistance and care packages to children with cancer and their families. We are proud to support both of these organizations and hope that our contribution helps continue their meaningful work in our community. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, class officers. This generous gesture is exactly the type of thing we have all come to expect of your class. Always thinking of others, always working to make the world a better place. I also want to thank you specifically, officers, for your dedication to making all the events of this year, including this one, memorable, spirited, and moving. So, yeehaw. Class of 2026, as you know, we are here tonight for you, to celebrate you, to wave you on as you pass from the doors of Rhinebeck and through the doors that are opening for you in the myriad new places drawing you forward. Over the past 4 years, you've collected the experiences and memories that make you who you are today. You are the class that invented the pickleball tournament, the volleyball tournament. You created the pre-vacation class competition. You pioneered Panthers with Purpose. All these things, in addition to the spectacular performances on stage and field, the incredible academic achievements and college acceptances, figure largely into your Rhinebeck legacy, a legacy that you will carry forward as you continue placing the colored beads in the mosaic of becoming that is your life. I hope that as you move forward, you keep the simple goodnesses emphasized by tonight's speakers close to your heart, your multifaceted talents, the value of community and togetherness, the excitement of moving forward into an uncomfortable unknown, the beauty of finding your own true patterns. These simple truths, along with the skills and habits you've mined throughout your years at Rhinebeck, will serve as your rudder as you navigate the futures awaiting you. But remember, now you will be at the helm, making the decisions that suit you, fitting pieces into the puzzle that only you can complete. And know that as many pieces that fall into place, there will always be room for more. As you move forward, remember the impact that Rhinebeck and its people, your parents, families, teachers, and friends, remember the impact it all had on you and who you are, and move forward. As author Mary Shelley tells us, the beginning is always today. Thank you. All right, and now the moment we've all been waiting for, right? I would like to invite President of the Board of Education, Ms. Erica Wagner, up to the table to help us with the honors. Mrs. Wagner? You ready over here? Here it goes. Grayson Finley. Julian Russo. Thomas McNick. David Ryan. George Santa. Logan Williams. Emma Cunningham. Lena Adra El Husseini. Jose Almarza Ramos. Jalen Altenbos. Max Andrews. Crystal Aragon. Elena Michko Artizon. Santino Barchi. Dorian Bashley. Lauren Blaschuk. Aoife Bronneman. Cameron Brooks. Miley Bruno. Eli Castro. Rafael Castro. Christopher Cervantes Morales. Christina Citrone. Isabella Chin. Scarlett Colombini. Paul Crivino III. Emma Cusone Buckley. Micah Deckinger. Harrison Delaney. Cassius Della Rosa. Rebecca Dorinda. Shaylee Echeverria. Spencer Elliott. Jack Evangelista. Frederick Evans. Malik Fall. Liam Fisher. Dante Friedman. I'd like to invite Board of Education Vice President Hallie Gattenio to come forward and present the diploma to her daughter, Alexa Gattenio. And I invite Vice President Gattenio to stay as she presents the diploma to her son, Benjamin Gattenio. Lorenzo Girardi. Matisse Gindra. Nadia Girezi. And now I'd like to invite RNHC faculty member Mr. David Golden to award the diploma to his son, Daniel Golden. Martine Geddes. Isabella Madison Hauser. Ashley Hernandez. Ryder Horberger. Alexander Kahn. Madeline Carl. So Kasai. George Kasimis. Gian Kawai. Liam Kennel. Vanner Kyrule. Brooke LaDunn. Gabrielle Laputri Morel. Ever Lopez Fuentes. Betsaida Lopez Perez. Paul Liam Madden. Sienna Madden. Ryan McGill. Troy Mahoney. Elliot Maskels. Parker Massey. Rafael Medina Magana. Daniel Mestizo. Christopher Michelli. Brooklyn Milbore. Lisvia Miranda Ardiano. Carlos Miranda. Nicole Pappalardi. Luke Pereira. Pedra Perez Miranda. Mia Plu. Marco Papage. Dana Prudian. Isaac Rabinowitz. Ruth Radulovic. Brian Reza. Justin Rios. Mia Rizzo. Stephen Ronan. Lavana Sabane. Brady Sergio. Vanessa Shin. Noah Siegel. Isabella Slocum. Ella Sperling. Gianna Stracuzzi. Zachary Shakovsky. Pedro Eduardo Diaz Suede. Ronan Sutter. John Madison Sykes V. Sara Takeuchi. And now I'd like to invite former Board of Education Vice President Liz Young to present the diploma to her son, Raphael Tan. Sophie Tansley Jervis. Matthew Tapia. Willem Van Rooyen. Byron Velarde. Taylor Room. Daniel Walsh Jr. Ruby Williams. Nix Young. Felino Epon. Rachel Zhang. Students being awarded diplomas who are not able to be with us tonight are Beckett Alberts, Sophia Gogoladze, and Jiawen Zhang.
We will loop it a few times. Nowhere near as many as before.
All right, let's have a big hand for the class of 2026. How you guys feeling? You feel good? You feel graduated? Okay, so let's keep that going. You're going to, as I say the next phrase, you're going to move the tassel from the right-hand side of your mortarboard to the left, okay? And I'm going to say this. It is with great pleasure that I present the members of RNHS class of 2026 who have completed a course of study prescribed by the Board of Education and approved by the state of New York and are entitled to be awarded these diplomas. Please join me in congratulating our RNHS class of 2026.